All right, well, thanks for joining, guys. Today we're going to be going over the T&M ticket tool in Procore, how to use it, how to get the best bang for your buck out of it, how to make it streamlined and easy. It will pretty much remove the entire paper T&M slip that you guys are doing now, and will kind of connect with a couple different tools for us. One, it connects with the the timesheet slip that you guys create on a daily basis to help add in the people that are going to be on the T&M slips. And then it also connects for the PMs when we want to go send those T&M slips for change orders and for purchase orders. So first thing you want to do is with any project is ensure that the directory is up to date with all the appropriate people. So a lot of the problems that I've been kind of getting, or I would say hiccup that we get, is that, hey, the company that we're dealing with is not in the directory. Your PM or yourself can add people here. It's much easier to do in the online version of this. But you should pretty much just double check that for your project, that the general contractor is in there. Whoever is going to be signing the slips, who you're going to be sending the slips is in there. Your PM should be doing this already, but you can also add them in or request it. So first thing before you start, just double check that your directory has that information. Doesn't stop the process, but it just makes it a little bit easier when you start going. So from your home page of the project here, I'm just going to go to the T&M tickets tool here on the left. And what this does is it brings you to the overall page of all your T&M tickets for the project. I can show you when it was performed on, what the status of it is, and then you can also download the entire set here by clicking the little cloud at the top right. So to start, the first thing that we want to do is hit the little plus button down below, that orange plus sign. What that's going to do is bring up a prompt screen on what to fill out for a ticket. I'm going to actually show you what the overall ticket would look like before we get too far, so you can understand what the final product should look like. And let's see, I'm going to share. So the final PDF copy, this is what's going to pop out once you fill out all the information. It will pull the time that the ticket was performed on, who the customer, like the reference number was, who ordered the actual T&M slip, the status of it, the description. We'll see this a little bit more, but this should be a brief description of what the client requested. Obviously, all the labor that was associated to it, any materials that was associated with it, any subcontractors, and then there's even a field for equipment, as well as signing off on the slip, and notes should be the actual description of the work completed. So this is what your final product's going to end up looking like after just filling out some basic information in the T&M slip tool. So we'll go back to the actual tablet view of what this looks like. One second. Okay. So again, to create a new ticket, all you do is just hit the little plus icon on the bottom right here, the orange one. And when you do, it's going to pop up all that relevant information I was just telling you about. The description, more or less, we want to say exactly what the client requested us to do. So let's see, add GFI septicals to kitchen. The perform date. So the way that the T&M ticket works is that each day should have its own ticket. It shouldn't span multiple days. The reason why is when it goes to be pushed into change orders, it's able to group all that information together. And this also allows you to make sure that everything was caught on each day, as well as you'll see why it makes a little bit more sense when we want to import time cards. Ordered by, this is going to be a drop down of all the people in the directory. So again, it is very advantageous to have the directory filled out with all the correct people. So I'm going to choose Jack Smith here. He is our GC for the project. The reference number is if you have a reference number from the GC or the owner about like the number that they have for reference, you can type that in here. So I'm just going to type in their reference number. And additionally, you can take some photos, attachments, uh, anything here of maybe material slips that you have, photos that were complete, any files that they might have had. This is all able to be edited after the initial creation, so you don't have to fill out all the information here. Really, the main ones will be description, who ordered it, and then also down below the notes. The employees, so you'll see right now that you can either choose the employee tab and search by all employees in the entire company, or to make it a little bit easier, is you can just hit import time cards and choose the day of work and whoever wants to be added to that. So when you do your time slips, this is why it's advantageous to do your time every day, because at the end of the day, you're able just to create a T&M slip from the timesheets that you make. So I'm just going to import my 8 hours today. It's going to ask you for a classification. This is just to help the PMs when they go to price the work for our GCs. So I'm just going to choose journeyman and then hit apply. Materials, this is where you would actually fill out the material itself. Generally, the material itself could be exactly what you bought. So 12 to black THN. Description would be wire. And the unit is whatever unit you purchased it in. So I'm going to buy a linear foot measurement of 250 feet. A black THN. If there are any subcontractor companies that you possibly had to help out, such as a lift company or a third-party certification company, you'd be able to choose them here and look through all the list of different companies. So I'm just going to choose specialty contractor, and it's going to be certification. And then I'm going to hit apply. And lastly, it's just going to be choosing who's going to sign off on this T&M slip. For the company signee, that is going to be either myself or the PM, someone from our team. And then the customer signee is going to be the GC or whoever the client is. So I'm going to go back down to Jack. And information, installed 8 new GFSCI receptacles. Done. So we have all our information filled out here. We can double check it. If we hit save, it's going to automatically start creating the new T&M slip here that will automatically be updated on all different types of sites. So on the web browser, any iPad, it's all now here. You can also click into the T&M ticket. So if I hit the add GFCI one, number 3, it's going to bring up the exact T&M. You can hit the edit at the top to edit it, just like you did before. Or you'll be able to flag this and bookmark it. I'll show you where that goes later. And then you're also able to email this. So you can actually email this directly to your PM, directly to Jack Smith, whoever you need to let them know, hey, this T&M slip is ready to go. And then lastly, you can sign it saying, here's all the work that I've done. You just click the little pencil button next to your name. It's going to bring up a signature tab. I'm just going to sign it there. And now the T&M slip is signed for me. Where this goes is now that the customer can either sign it right here and then. So if you have Jack Smith sitting right in front of you, you can just click the little pencil next to his name and he'd be able to capture his signature. Jack. Or if you want, you can always just email him the T&M slip here. So if you click the little email, it's going to send it to Jack Smith to sign through his email. Either way will work, but obviously we just want to capture the signature as fast as possible. So I'm just going to have Jack sign it right in front of me. And now that the slip is done, you can see that the status on top has changed. At first it was in progress, but now that since both sides have been signed, it is now listed as field verified. And what this does is just tells your PM, hey, all the work is done. It's been verified by the GC. This one's ready to go. If we go back out of here, you can also see that the status over here on the right has updated. And then what that allows us to do is if we go back to the top here, we're able to look at filtered for field verified. That little bookmark on top here that I clicked. So let's say that you are actively working on this throughout the day, or you need to follow up and get this signed. If you click that little bookmark and you go back to the main tools page here, you can see on the top it says bookmark. You can see the little 3 slip up here. That's added up top for you to quickly add and go back to that spot. So if you click on it, it brings you right back to the ticket for you to edit. Additionally, is if, let's say, oh, hey, I forgot to add something to this slip. Obviously, there are no GSI receptacles here, even though I bought some. I can always edit the slip. But what's going to do is it's already been approved. And if I hit edit, let's say I want to add in some receptacles. When I go back down here, you can see that the status has changed from field verified to in progress. So anytime you edit something in Procore after it's been signed, it's going to go back to a previous progress because it's not field verified yet. And you can see that now the signatures need to be recaptured. So there's no way to edit this ticket after it's been signed to change it, edit it without having it to be re-verified. So the best way of practice is to make sure that your ticket is completely filled out correctly before you go and try to get the signature. So I'm just going to sign here again. And then I'm going to sign for Jack. Now you can see it is field verified. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop sharing on the tablet. Does anyone have any questions on the tablet side here? And any questions about the ticket in general?
Nope. Hey, Corey, I do.
Mhm.
So when they're typing in the material, can you import into that, meaning grab instead of single one-off typing each thing you're charging them for? Is that something you could copy and paste into that section?
Yeah, so if you have, let's say you have like the paper slip or the email from the vendor that has it, you can copy and paste it all into those fields. Obviously on the tablet, it's a little bit tougher because this is supposed to be able to, hey, I'm going to start the slip today, right now in the morning. I just hit the new button for the slip. And at the end of the day, I can go back onto my laptop or even a couple days later, the PM or whoever can add stuff during the edit on the computer. So when you have a mouse and keyboard, it's much faster to do that stuff. And I recommend most of the superintendents either have a mouse and keyboard for their tablet or do the final touches of the T&M slip on their laptop. It
Because
just
if
might make
it's
it a
a
little bit faster.
sizable, yeah, if it's a sizable ticket, that's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yep, of course. But on here, it's so that you're, like I said, you can start the ticket. So let's actually just make a new one here. If you also are on the main screen and hit that little plus icon down here, this is quick items that you always use. You can change the settings of which ones you also want to do here as well. But I'm just going to hit T&M ticket at the bottom again. I'm just going to do started work for this one. And you can see it doesn't have a save yet because I haven't filled out the correct fields. And now that's just in my T&M lineup here under number 4. Turn off the filter. You can see it's in progress. And I'm going to go over to the laptop side of this so you can see what that looks like and where this ends up. All right, so now I'm on the web browser version of Procore. If I refresh, I'm in the same spot here. You can see all the tickets of the project. As you can see, the 2 that I created on the tablet are here. We have the field verified one. If I look at the PDF, you'll see all the information that I had filled out here is logged, all the signatures, the date of the signature, the date of the client and signature here, and then all the information available. If you want to start the ticket at the beginning of the day, such as started Word, obviously that's spelled wrong, so we can always just go back in here and edit this much faster with a mouse and a keyboard. So let's just see, Florence Square, description, box, unit, each one. You can also do material purchase if you wanted to. And then slip attached. Lump sum 1. And add the picture of the material here. And again, you can edit all this here, hit update, and it can be continually edited until it's closed out or wants to be sent to the GC for
Corey,
final signing.
Where did you add the picture of the material? I missed that.
Oh, yep.
Kind of fast by that.
Yep. So if we go into edit here, there's an attachment right here. You can either choose it from the photos within Procore, any documents that you have here, your computer, or if you're on the tablet, obviously there's a button that will bring you right to your camera on the tablet or cell phone. Okay. So you can just snap a photo.
Thank you.
So there's no need to like scan the material ticket from the warehouse.
Corey, the T&M ticket number, is that editable, or is that just, does it go in order? And that is what it is.
Yeah, the ticket number is just going to continue in sequence.
Okay.
And what that does is allows you to, it does it so that you can't like make multiple of the same ticket, and it will just continue to go up and up. What it does though is that this ticket number then links into that change event item.
Gotcha.
And how this kind of helps out the office side of things is that if I was able to click on this ticket here along with the rest of them for the week, I'm able to send this into a change event. And all the information that you had filled out for this is already located here. So it already creates all these line items for us to send over to the GC, as well as fill out all the information that you had put time into. So it's not like when you put in the effort of filling out the slips correctly, it's like it's not going anywhere. It does help a lot with speeding up the process of getting this through to the GC and paid on time. So putting in a little bit of effort on your side, it will allow us to edit this a little bit quicker and get it out to the client to get paid faster.
So Corey, if I had a ticket that's going to be, basically encompassing like 2 or 3 weeks, I just leave it in progress and I keep adding to it.
You would create a ticket per day so that you would track the individual. So when it comes to that, if I wanted to import time for this, it is a very big pain to go back and try to associate the time that was used for that T&M ticket from our time slips. You can go back and
So this is
So-
forcing you to do daily tickets.
It does daily tickets, and the reason why is because I can actually choose multiple tickets. So let's just say this is the entire week of work and send this into one individual change event. So if we were sending this out to the GC, we can choose all 5 of these tickets and it'll automatically lump all the information together that is associated in the same line items.
Okay, I got you.
So the idea is that if you make a ticket per day, you can match the labor easily per day. And you can see it will actually read out what happened on every single slip and put all that information around for us.
Right.
It makes it a lot easier too that at the end of the day, you finish out your timesheet by adding in the individual. So let's just make a new timesheet here for myself. I'm going to do 4 hours. And I can actually choose T&M labor, so it makes it a little bit easier. And when I go into the T&M tool again to create a new ticket, I can always import directly. And this is where it makes sense, is because it will automatically link to today. So you'll see all the hours that have already been worked on today. So you can easily see, oh, I just want to see this one's regular time and it's under the T&M labor code.
I mean,
Instead of trying to,
But yeah, that's definitely different from what we've been doing. You usually if I've got an open ticket, it's, it could be a week, 2 weeks. We just keep running it on that ticket.
yeah.
So this is basically, we cannot do that in this system now. That's what I'm asking.
It's
the
essentially
easiest
a
way,
change event instead of a ticket, Corey.
What's
It's
that?
similar but different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If we kept it in progress, could you keep building on that one ticket? Or truly do you have to keep doing daily tickets?
you could start on just one ticket and do the entire thing if you wanted to. There's nothing stopping you from continually building on this ticket. You could
Yeah.
easily go in and continually just go into edit and continue import time cards over and over. You just have to search the day of that work being available. That's all.
Okay, that was my point. So you can still do it that way.
Yep.
But best
And-
practice, do a daily ticket and then choose them. So, and then it'll automatically combine them.
Yeah, because what ends up happening is when you go into that change event here, like I showed you on ticket number 7, it can group it and it will actually pull every single ticket that you chose and then group all the information together across each line.
Okay.
Additionally, for settings, this is more of a PM kind of functionality, guys. So in the T&M ticket here, under settings, you're able to group them per change event. So total hours from all tickets. So you can see that this would group the labor together, or total hours by individual ticket, or don't summarize. So you can actually choose any of these options. Same thing with equipment. So it kind of makes it a little bit easier.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. I know that was a little bit much. Is there anyone have any questions about the overall ticket and how to edit information and add information on either the website or the tablet version?
I'm good.
Corey, did you record this one? Looks like it.
Yep, it's recorded.
Will you-
This will be posted
Will
to
you
the
send the
YouTube
link out
table.
afterwards?
Yep, it'll be sent to the YouTube channel.
Awesome. Thank you.
So that
So
I'm
like and
clear.
subscribe.
So that I'm clear, everybody on this thing has this down. Nobody has a question. Everybody understands. This is the time to ask questions.
I'm all set.
I'm all set too.
All set.
All set. Pretty-
Thanks, Corey.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Awesome. And if anyone has any trouble like going through one or wants to just walk through it, just feel free to give me a call and we can jump on a Teams meeting just like we're doing right now, and I can walk you through any errors that you come across. So feel free to reach out.